You've got a ride coming up. How do you prepare? When do you prepare? And what do you prepare? I like to get my things ready the night before. In case something is wrong, at least I still have time to fix it. Are you the kind of person that likes to do it when you wake up? Maybe getting up a bit earlier? Or are you the kind of person that actually just gets on the bike and rolls out of his house? Sit with me and let me show you how I prepare for fun the next day. The first thing I do is I make sure that my electronic gadgets are charged. And that means the GPS tracker and my cell phone. They've got to be properly and fully charged before I head out. Then I've got my flat repair kit and my tire inflator. It doesn't matter if you like using a hand pump or a CO2 cartridge or whichever way you need to re-inflate your tire. That's very important. And then you must bring along your flat repair kit. This pump that I'm using is a Topeak Morph. I know it's a little large as a pocket pump goes, but I like it because it has a foot stand. I like it because the handle comes out and gives a proper handle for me to push against. And I also like it because it's got a soft hose that actually is forgiving when I'm pushing against the pump while it is attached to the valve. So with this and my foot on this, I'm actually able to put a lot of pressure in the tire when I re-inflate. Next, what's in my flat repair kit? I've got an antibiotic cream, just in case somebody gets wounded. I've got some cash, and I also have a laminated copy of my driver's license. I have an inner tube. I know some of you are riding tubeless, but even when I do ride tubeless on my gravel bike, I still carry an inner tube for that untoward event where you end up with a sidewall slash, and that means that the sealant won't hold anymore. For a tubeless setup, I carry a plug as well. So this case, I have a dart that's pushed into the tubeless tire to help seal a hole that the sealant has difficulty mending. So even on a tubeless setup, I will definitely be carrying an inner tube. I also have zip ties. They weigh next to nothing, but they just might save the day when you need to bind something on your bicycle. I also have tire levers, and these ones have storage for the missing links. I carry missing links. In this case, should I break a chain, I might have a chance by replacing the broken link with this. I also carry a chain breaker. Now, a chain breaker is one of those things that you hardly ever use. But on the day that you finally need to use it, you'll be so glad that you have it. And this chain breaker actually comes with heads for your Allen wrench. They fit into this handle like so to provide you better force when you need to tighten one of your bolts. And they pack away nicely like this. I also carry a tire patch and a tire boot. So this is a piece of plastic that is meant to be put against a slashed sidewall to prevent the inner tube that you've replaced from coming out of the sidewall. You can use many things. I've seen MacGyverisms that have used candy wrapper or chocolate bar wrappers. It also comes with a file. This file is to roughen up the rubber of the inner tube so the adhesive of the patch holds on better to the inner tube. I also carry a microfiber cloth. This way I can easily wipe off grime from my sunglasses. Now, the sunglasses are not just for fashion, but they're actually for protection. For example, aside from the sunlight, on a rainy day, you'll need your glasses to protect your eyes from the splash which contains road grime and oil from the cars, which could easily lead to eye infection. So I carry a microfiber cloth. I also carry a 5 peso coin. I have seen self-service car washes that actually allow you to drop a 5 peso coin and suddenly you have pressurized water for 2 minutes. So that's handy. I carry medical plaster. And I have a tire valve adapter. This tire valve adapter actually helps me convert the Presto valve into a valve that is usable at the pump of a gas station. Very handy little adapter. That's it. Oh, I have prayers that my mother has asked me to keep with me at all times to keep me safe on the bike. So yes, I carry those. And all of that fits into this little kit. Next up is to check the tire pressure of my bike. It's the night before, and if my tires are fine, I'll hardly lose any pressure by the time I ride in the morning anyway. Since I'm at home, I will use my regular floor pump. And then I will check it with a digital pressure gauge. Digital because I'm obsessive compulsive enough to want to make sure I ride the same pressure every time. I'm using 28mm tires. These are the Continental Grand Prix Four Seasons. 28mm on NV 3.4 rim brake set that has 21mm internal width. And I ride these with tubes. I know I haven't made that jump yet for rim brakes to be tubeless. So I ride these with tubes, clincher, at 65 psi at the back. I am 65 kilograms in weight. So with that, I use 65 psi at the back and 60 psi at the front. And that serves me fine, even on pretty rough Philippine roads. I have not yet pinch flatted on this pressure. Perfect. Next up, I put chain lubricant. I wash my bike after every ride, and that means cleaning off the grime from the chain and from the from the cassette, but that also means I've got to lube my chain every ride. And what I do is I've actually counted the revolutions of my crank so that I know I've done full circle or the full revolution on the chain. And what I do is by holding and bracing myself against the frame, I touch the nozzle on the chain as I begin to turn the cranks. And I know for this bike it is 3.5 revolutions. So I'm gently squeezing the lubricant out, touching the nozzle to the chain links as I slowly turn the cracks to create the full cycle of the chain. And I continue to turn just to work the lubricant into the links. And then a little later, I come back with again microfiber cloth. So what I do is I just gently pass the chain through the microfiber cloth just to remove the excess on the sides and on the top and bottom, leaving the lubricant in the links. And that is not affected by my running the chain through a microfiber cloth. And then I put in my hydration. For short rides, I just put water in the bottles. For longer rides, as some of my friends have said, we put some cyans in the bottles, and that means the mix of your favorite energy drink, whether it be high in electrolytes or some drink that will mix in some carbohydrates as well into the drink. Whatever it is, I fill up the bottles at night and already put them in the cages. So all I have to do in the morning is just grab the bike and roll out and have fun. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The unprepared cyclist in the group is preparing for disappointment. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I was able to share with you how simple it is to be prepared. Bring a tire inflator, Bring your flat repair kit, check your bike, charge your gadgets, and prepare your hydration. If you thought it was useful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Cheers.